This is Data Science Overload, Machine Learning Solutions on AWS. I'm Daniel Dowler. I work with the MavenWave Data Science team at Atos. In this video, we'll demo 3 anomaly detection solutions on AWS. AWS Lookout for Metrics, an easy level solution, AWS SageMaker, a medium level solution, and Kubeflow on AWS EKS, or Elastic Kubernetes Service, an advanced level solution. First, anomaly detection with AWS Lookout for Metrics. This is an easy implementation solution. In fact, it's a ready-to-go AI service, and you can get very quick results after minimal setup. Some possible disadvantages include the fact that it's a narrow use case, it has limited customization, and it can be costly. We think that this can be a great solution for growing startups or small teams that have limited dev or data science resources, but they need to get anomaly detection up and running quickly to support some of their core business outcomes. Let's take a look at a demo. Here we create a detector. No code required, it's all done in the UI. We do have a few parameters to set. We need to point Lookout for Metrics to our data set that we'll use to train on. We also need to set up some of the fields and data types. Once we do that, we can save and activate, which we'll do in a second, and that will set off a training exercise, and when that completes, we'll be able to do anomaly predictions. Next, let's talk about anomaly detection with AWS SageMaker, AWS's native machine learning operations platform. This is a powerful cloud foundation with state-of-the-art tools. Some disadvantages: vendor lock-in. It is an opinionated platform. In our experience, it's a fairly good opinion, but your business may have different requirements. Also, you need some machine learning and cloud experience to get started. SageMaker is great for established data science teams with at least some cloud experience who want to focus less on infrastructure and more on building end-to-end ML solutions. SageMaker is a platform of many features. We choose in this demo to focus on notebooks. We build an anomaly detection with random cut forest, which is an Amazon model available to SageMaker users. Here we can see we import data with an anomaly. We do some data pre-processing. We fit our random cut forest model to the data, and we deploy an endpoint which can be used to get predictions on future data. With just a few lines of code, we're able to get a very powerful solution. Finally, let's look at anomaly detection with Kubeflow on AWS EKS. This is an open source machine learning operations platform which is extremely customizable. It integrates well with Kubernetes applications as well as DevOps practices. Some possible disadvantages: it needs DevOps support, it is complex to set up, and there's a higher learning curve for Kubeflow on EKS. If you are an enterprise with deep machine learning and DevOps experience who wants a powerful machine learning operations platform to integrate tightly with your business, Kubeflow on EKS is a great solution that will support multiple teams with needs for multi-tenancy, pipeline orchestration, custom security, containerization, and more. To demo anomaly detection with Kubeflow on EKS requires a fair amount of setup. Here we launch a local Jupyter notebook. We have a cluster setup notebook that we use. First, we create an EKS cluster with Amazon resources that has 5 nodes. This process takes about 20 minutes to complete. Once it's done, we can see the 5 nodes are ready. After that, we're ready to install the Kubeflow application. We first download it from the internet. Then we have a number of manifests that we need to install one at a time. These essentially represent components of the Kubeflow application. So we can see Knative, DEX, Kubeflow pipelines will come up in a second, KF serving, Katib, and more. These are all components of the Kubeflow application, and they take about 20 minutes to install as well. Once the Kubeflow application is fully installed, we check to make sure that it's ready and running. If all the pods are running, then we're able to get a port forward into the application and we can see the web application running. We use the default user to log in and we can see the Kubeflow landing page for the first time. We have access to all the resources there. Let's go ahead and build a pipeline. So we use a Python script, we define components and build our script there. We have a runner script which submits command line arguments. We can invoke this script and submit a pipeline run. If we go to runs in the web application, we can see our pipeline has just started running. We prep our data, train our model, and serve our model with this simple pipeline. The model is already up and running in our models section. We can see that we have a number of resources to check up on our model and see that it's running. Now this model is fault tolerant. If it goes down, it will be brought back up again. Let's use a notebook, this time from within our Kubeflow cluster, to submit a query for predictions. So we do have a get predictions script, which we import here, as well as a set of input data. We're going to run this notebook, which essentially connects to the application and then requests predictions, and we get a response back. We've covered a lot of ground looking at anomaly detection solutions on AWS. Let's briefly summarize the advantage, disadvantage, and best use scenarios for each of the following options. First, look out for metrics. This is a ready-to-go AI service. It covers a fairly narrow use case, but if you have limited dev resources and a strong specific need, this could be a great solution for you. Next, AWS SageMaker. This is a native ML platform on AWS. It is somewhat opinionated, but it's often a good opinion. And if you have an established ML team with a need to focus on ML solutions rather than infrastructure, then this is a really good bet for you. Lastly, Kubeflow on AWS EKS. This is an open source MLOps platform. It's fairly complex to set up and support, but for multi-team enterprises that need robust custom MLOps support for their business, this is a great solution as well. Thank you for taking the time to view this demo. A special thanks to Jim Theologis and Karen Jimbale for their hard work on this project. If your business could use world-class consulting in data science, AI, ML, or MLOps, consider contacting an Atos or Maven Wave sales representative to learn more.